Dear students, welcome to the second lecture on unit number 1 of fluid dynamics, that is fluid mechanics subject. In this lecture we shall discuss the definition of what is fluid and definition of a pressure, and then we will discuss the difference between the fluid and the solid, right? So here you can see the definition of a fluid. Fluid is any substance in the liquid or gas phase and which is capable of flowing. Okay. A solid can resist an applied shear stress by deforming. Okay, by undergoing deforming, whereas the fluid deforms continuously under the influence of a shear stress, no matter how small is the magnitude of the shear stress. Okay. So here in the schematic diagram you can see there is a lower plate, then there is an upper plate, and in between there is a rubber placed over here. Okay. The lower plate is stationary plate, and on the upper plate the force is applied in the rightward direction. So that results in a deformation of the rubber, and a shearing strain is shown. In solids, the stress is proportional to strain, but while in case of a fluids, the stress is proportional to strain rate, right? In your strength of materials, you must have studied this. The stress applied is always proportional to strain. Okay. Remember, in fluids it is not the strain, it is strain rate. Okay. When a constant shear force is applied, what happens? Solid eventually stops deforming at some fixed strain angle. Okay. Whereas a fluid never stops deforming, correct? And it approaches a constant rate of strain. It means what? It undergoes a continuous deformation and it approaches a constant rate of strain. Then here you can see there is one surface, any general surface on which an elemental area is dA is taken, and on this elemental dA area the elemental force dF is exerted. Then this dF force is resolved into tangential direction, normal direction. So dFt is a tangential force, dFn is a normal force, right? So thus we define what is stress: normal stress, shear stress. What is stress? Stress is nothing but force per unit area. What is normal stress? It is the normal component of a force acting on a surface area, surface per unit area. What is the shear stress? It is the tangential component of force acting on a surface per unit area, right? Here you can see the both of these forces and the formulae over here: normal stress, shear stress. Then we define pressure. What do we mean by pressure? Pressure is nothing but the normal stress in a fluid which is at rest. Okay. So definition of a pressure and definition of a normal stress is almost same. Then there is something called zero shear stress. Okay. Whenever a fluid is at rest, remember, at that state there is zero shear stress. Clear? Whenever a fluid is at rest, there will be no shear stress in that fluid. That is called zero shear stress. Next is we see the difference between liquid and gas. So here you can see on the left hand side there is a container containing a liquid of certain mass and certain volume. On the right hand side there is another container with some mass of a gas. Now what is the difference? What you see over here? You can see the liquid will form a free surface, whereas the gas will not form such a free surface, right? The liquid will take up the shape of the container on the lower side, whereas the gas molecules will occupy the entire volume of the container, right? And if the container is open from the top, the gas molecules will escape out from the container, right? This is not the case with liquid. The liquid molecules will not escape out since they have strong cohesive forces. Since liquid molecules have strong cohesive forces of attraction. So liquid molecules they remain in contact with each other, but they can move within the mass of the liquid. Whereas the gas molecules have a random state of motion, right? Then we have a solid phase, liquid phase and gaseous phase. Again we can see these phases are defined as per intermolecular bonds, and these are strongest in liquids and weakest in the gases, the intermolecular bonds. So here you can see in a solid, that is figure A, the molecules are arranged in a fixed pattern, and that is repeated throughout the mass of the solid. Whereas in liquid, the molecules can rotate and can translate freely, right, within the mass of the liquid. So there is no fixed pattern of the liquid molecules. While in case of gases, the gas molecules are far apart from each other and the molecular ordering is non-existent. Okay, so we'll stop today. We'll discuss later on.